Welcome, lab partners, to another hobby collab stream. Very excited today. You will notice there's a giant camera in the middle of me and Cire. We want to actually do a lot of close-ups today. We're doing snow basing. This is the basing you guys wanted to see. We asked, we said, after we did our cobblestone, Meg and I did this cobblestone city basing, we said, what do you guys want to see next? And Mandrills, you guys voted on snow basing.
Yeah.
I actually happen to know a lot of them are working on snow basing right now. A lot of people we know, right?
Yeah, me included, which is just happens to be a coincidence. I wasn't.
Yeah, yeah. And I always am because I have now 2 armies that actually have snow basing. We do want to remind you, if this is your first time watching, please do give this show a love, and also please consider subscribing if you're not. We should jump in with some inspiration.
Yeah, let's do inspiration first.
We're doing 3 kinds of snow bases today. Cire's doing 1 very involved process. Yes. Zach is doing 2 less involved processes.
Right.
My guess is that the more snow basing you do, the more you'll shortcut you'll learn.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, I can make this really fast.
Yeah, we can cut out, maybe 60% of the stuff. It's probably.
My Beast Claw Raiders are, not surprisingly, based like they're in the snow. There's good lore reason to do that, of course, because this army actually brings the blizzard with them. They travel along kind of on the, what is it called when you're right on the cusp of a storm?
The edge of the storm?
Yeah, it's not that, it's got to have a cool meteorological.
Yeah, there's like an eye of the storm.
There's an eye of the storm. There's got to be.
This is the foot of the storm.
The front? The storm front? Oh, wait, we're not supposed to say that.
No.
Oh, that's, okay. Forget that we said that. YouTube, we didn't, that's not, we literally mean the front part of a meteorological system. Anyway, these guys travel along the very front of a storm, which is the Everwinter, and they kind of use it to their advantage. It's both trying to consume them, because they're sort of cursed by it, so it's trying to permanently freeze them in a state of being hungry, basically, for eternity until they get thawed out, which is pretty miserable to think about.
Yeah.
Or, so that's what it's trying to do, but they use it because it's also miserable. It makes battle miserable for their opponents. And there's rules in the game that even reflect this, that you're fighting them in the snow. I was talking to Saray before the stream, and I was saying the advice that used to come out for snow, this was years ago, was to not put all snow on the base.
Yeah.
Use very little snow on the base.
Snow should be like the accent to your...
It should be an accent. It doesn't look good if you use all snow. And I'm pretty sure that advice was coming from White Dwarfs, GW, I said. And then when I started the Beast Claw Raider army, I saw these bases that GW did. And they look amazing. Look how cool these look. Like, it's all snow. It's exactly what they told us not to do.
Yeah. And we also said that that's probably not Valhalla Blizzard, which is what they sell.
I'm convinced it's what I use. I'm convinced it's AK giant snow.
Yeah. We were saying maybe the heavy metal team had to go to the, local game store in a mask so they could get some good snow basic.
So here it is. This was the inspiration for mine. One of our lights just is misbehaving a little bit. Just put it wherever it makes sense, right? You probably have to retighten it. Thanks. So I did this. I really wanted to kind of capture a real heavy snow look. I didn't want to do it as an accent, although on my models, you'll see here in a moment, it's about half to 75% of the bases covered with snow. I did leave some gray around there. Gray, by gray I mean the texture. So that's snow number 1, inspiration for me today. Snow number 2 inspiration for me today is a dusting of snow, which I captured here. And this is what I wanted to do on my Slaves to Darkness. So I'll show you guys how to do that today. So we'll do kind of a heavy snow today from me, and we'll do this dusting of snow from me today. I do sort of wish that instead of the dark brown that I use for my Slaves to Darkness, we'll look at it here in a bit. This is the first one we're going to do. I do sort of wish I had done this more kind of wheat color. Because this is sort of what I was imagining. I tried it over dark brown. I'm okay with it. But I think that this is a little more evocative. Evocative. We went through this the other day. So that's where I'm at. And you want to talk about yours?
Yeah, sure. So I wanted to go with a more like muddy snow, like trodden snow, melting snow. This is actually, here's a little little geography history
this
lesson
is
for
pretty
you.
funny. This is pretty funny.
So this is called the Rasputista, which is like the really bad muddy season in like Eastern Europe, like Russia, Ukraine area.
Yeah.
That's like famously terrible to try and move anything through.
It's like spring.
Including
It's
armies.
like spring, huh? It's like during thaw. It's
Yeah,
like
during thaw, yeah.
So it's probably like spring for them is what, probably June.
Probably.
It's probably April and May, maybe May and June.
Yeah. But so I'm going to be basing my Slaves to Darkness army off of this. Basically, I'm going for even this picture here is probably a little too neat still. You know, this is with modern paving solutions.
Yeah, this is
so we're gonna bring it back and make it even a little worse than that. But this is the general idea.
Passes as paving.
Yeah.
In certain parts of Russia,
Yeah.
I'm sure. No offense to Russians. So this is what you're going for.
Yep, muddy snow. A little bit. You notice there's a little bit of water in there. There's it's not nice looking. Is the point.
Yeah.
It's a little miserable.
Before we go any further, we do want to point out that we are taking Super Chats, as always. And thank you, speaking of, to Soups.
Oh, yeah.
There's no bases like snow bases, like no bases I know.
Is that a song?
It is. He's got little song lyrics, but I'm not sure what song. I just read it more kind of like a generic Dr. Seuss style. Remember? Is that Dr. Seuss book, the snow book? The snow one? No, that's not Dr. Seuss.
No, that was the fish one is the one you're thinking.
Yeah. One fish one.
Or the cat.
But there is like a snow book. There's like a children's book about snow.
Oh, I have no idea.
That's very popular. Okay.
You thinking of Balto? Our snow movies?
Speaking of, we do have a series of snow movies up. Post it. Please vote on your favorite snow movie.
Your favorites. These are the best snow movies in
that
existence.
we can come up with, so please vote on them.
Yeah.
All right.
And like I've seen some people talking about other movies. Like what did they say?
Ravenous.
No,
Stax was talking about Ravenous.
Snowpiercer. The
Revenant.
Revenant. Yeah, we considered those and they didn't make the top 4. So
The Revenant is kind of a snow movie. There's a lot of snow in it.
yeah, I mean so is Die Hard, but none of those are as good as Balto 3 or Snow Dogs. So
here is what I'm working on today. This is why we have the camera in the middle of us. We figured that we wanted to actually kind of go through and do a lot of showing you guys specifically how we base things. So we're going to start off with the dusting. So I have been doing a dusting on my Slaves to Darkness. Here is a guy who's about to get finished, and I'll show you how we got there. And here is a guy who is finished. This is my Exalted Champion of Chaos. Here's the dusting look I do. So you can see what I've done. Here's 3 stages of completion, right? So after the... first of all, let me start off by saying what I use as my actual... To create the topography, to create the geology, if you will, is aka neutral terrain for texture for rough terrain. This is not color. It's white, so you have to paint it. It paints great. You just prime it and paint it. On my Slaves to Darkness, I do it. I've used this on almost all of my armies recently. So on my Slaves to Darkness, I did try something different, and I put it on really thin. Compare that to example for how I do my Destruction armies. Here's a Destruction base. This is a base like my Mournfangs would then later go on. And as you can see here, I put this on quite thick.
yeah.
A lot thicker. So thick that it forms cracks, which is pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
You can see those. Okay. So I applied it different. You actually even get really 2 different looks, which I think is pretty cool.
Pretty neat, yeah. Considering it's pretty similar. Or
Then
same texture.
After it's dried, I go ahead and paint it dark brown. I paint my whole base dark brown. This is Dryad bark. This is the color I use for the rims of my Slaves to Darkness. You guys know I like colored rims as opposed to black. So I go ahead and paint the whole thing Dryad bark. And then believe it or not, I don't do anything else. I don't do any dry brushing of different colors or anything like that. What I then do is I take AK Titanium White ink, which you guys know I love. I've talked about that a lot. And I spray it on here and real lightly. It's a real transparent ink, right? It's a white ink. Acrylic. And so it starts to help create the dusting look. Okay. Then what I do is I put on, that's where this guy's at. I go ahead and put on the tufts and the tall grass. I'm actually going to show you guys that today. I'll show you how to make this tall grass. You think it's easy, and it is, but I'll just show you a cute little trick to help make it even easier. And then after that, the last step, and I'm going to go through all of this today here in a minute. I use AK Ice Sprinkles. This is a big AK episode today.
Yeah. You should sponsor us.
I
or
know.
something.
I use AK Ice Sprinkles. We also need to post all these links in the show afterwards.
Good point.
And the AK Ice Sprinkles go on to kind of give it a little bit more texture, and also they catch light every now and then to kind of show like the reflectiveness of the snow.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. That's the process.
Sounds like a lot of steps, but actually it's pretty straightforward.
It's pretty straightforward. That's right. So let me start off by showing you guys some tall grass. And Cire, while I'm working, what are you doing?
All right, so we're gonna wait to go to mine.
We'll wait, but in the meantime,
just so you know, this is kind of what I'm looking at doing today. This is an old base I had. Not old base. So this was my test base. So it's kind of close to what I'm looking for, but I'm going to do a couple refinements. I'm going to add a little bit of standing water. I want to make the snow a little more white. Right now it's pretty yellow, which is, it looks pretty miserable.
Which is evocative in a way that maybe you don't want it to be.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of horses. Horses pee a lot.
Horses pee a lot. Yeah, that's right. This is for your Slaves to Darkness Army, which is mostly cavalry.
Yeah.
But is that how an army wants to present itself?
I mean, it's your land we're peeing on. So.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't care.
Okay. Checks out.
So that's kind of where we're gonna get to. I'm gonna do some slight modifications to that, but that should give you the general idea.
Okay, I'm gonna make some tall grass.
Okay.
So I'll show you guys how to do that. This is the product right here. The label is no longer on it. Woodland Scenics is the brand.
Okay.
And I think they actually do call it field grass. And it comes in a few different colors. I use this color for my Beast Claw Raiders and for my Slaves to D. I use their green for my goblins.
Okay.
I'm really big into the tall grass. I think it adds a much needed dimension.
Yeah.
Right. So otherwise you have the tufts, and I like to use different sized tufts as well. You can see I have some tiny ones here and some medium sized ones. And I think the tall grass, like I said, just adds a whole nother sort of dimension to covers another area of
gives a little verticality to the base.
Yeah. So let me show you guys how to do these. You'd think these are pretty easy to work with, and they are, but they are also a little bit annoying. Because what you need to do is you need to take this and make not a malleable thing, but something that you can then work with. So I'll show you a couple of tricks to doing this. First trick I do is I use super glue, and the other tool that I'm going to use for this, for sure, and you almost don't need it with this original super glue brand super glue, but if you're using Bob Smith Industries, or here currently white labeled by War Room here at Las Vegas, I'm guessing I bought this at LVO, you definitely are going to need it for this stuff, because this stuff doesn't cure fast. We've stopped really using this stuff, by the way, since Brett has turned us on back to the original super glue.
Oh, I'm still using the huge.
The huge one. This stuff is the stuff, man. It's the classics are classic for a reason, as they say. So here we go. Ready? Let me show you guys how to do this. So you take it. The first thing I'd recommend doing is giving it a twist. Okay, you're gonna give it a twist. Then you're gonna take your super glue, and you drop it down in the middle. And this is really a place you want to use accelerator. Okay, you can twist it again, by the way, while you're here. Yeah, see, this is great. You don't actually really need the accelerator at all with this stuff. I can feel it already. It's pretty great.
Is it burning?
Do you see stuff coming
out?
Yeah, sometimes you'll see a little bit of smoke come off of it. You can give it a spray with the accelerator, like that. And then what I would do is I would normally set that down and let that do its thing for a minute or two while I go in and make the other 16 or however many I'm making, but you don't actually need to wait that long. Okay, then you're going to take it, get a little pair of scissors, and just cut it in half.
That is a fancy pair of scissors.
Yeah, I don't know
where did this come from.
I'm not sure. Okay, then you have two of these things. Just like that.
Cool. Some it reminds me of swamp, reeds or something.
Yeah, exactly. So this guy's already got his on him, as you can see there. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put them on my two. These are the last major things I really need to paint my Slaves to Darkness Army. I've been so sidetracked with goblins and ogres and humans and non-chaos humans that I need to paint both this guy who's my Chaos Lord and Demonic Mount, and this guy who's my Chaos Lord on, I think was it called a Karakadrak or whatever? I always forget how to pronounce these guys.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it Kraka or Karkadrak?
Karkadrak. I think you're right. Okay, so then I like to put these on first. on the dusting ones anyway. You put a little dab of glue down and you put it on. If you want to trim this down, you can trim it after the glue is set. And again, this is another place where I don't mind using Accelerator to just, that didn't work. To just get that process sped up. This one's not sticking.
You say it's smoking is normal.
It's unusual. I've seen it before. But yeah, it's unusual, meaning like, yeah, you wouldn't think that would happen, but it does.
If my clothes are covered in gasoline, is this safe to use?
I don't know. Should your clothes be covered?
I mean, I guess
if your clothes are covered in gasoline, just like.
Good point. Probably should be worried about other things.
We have an OSHA post over there. And
what's it say about gasoline?
Coming in with your clothes covered in gasoline.
I don't see anything.
Honestly, it's California. What they would do is require you to wear a label saying this person is known to the state of California to cause
cancer
and reproductive
or fire.
Reproductive harm. Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a nice little ASMR for chat here. Oh. It's just seltzer though.
Yeah. Okay, so there you go. That's how you get your tall grass in. So for the dusting, I actually like to do the tall grass first, and then do everything else around it. But for the heavy snow that I'm gonna do, I tend to do I'll show you when I get there how I do the tall grass. So I'll be making a few more of these. Anyway, that's the tall grass, nice and easy. Okay, I'm going to set this guy back to the side. I'm going to pull this guy back now. And then I'll just show you how I do the finish out the look here. So then you put some tufts on. You can see this guy's already got some tufts. This is my PVA glue mixed with water. I wouldn't get too psychotic about the ratio, but it's probably thicker, a little bit like almost like heavy whipping cream, maybe like half and half. Mm-hmm. Half and half in the U.S. is what we call half cream and half milk. I don't know if that's... My guess is it's not called that everywhere.
Yeah.
It might be.
What? Yeah, I guess I would say, what do you call half and half? But
they have different names for milk, even in the UK and Europe. They call it like we don't want to use the word fat in the U.S. because it'll freak people out apparently. Older people get freaked out by that. So instead we call it like skim milk and 1%, 2%, stuff like that. They call it like full fat, half fat.
That's also misleading. Full fat or whole milk, only 4%.
Is 4%.
Yeah.
Right.
Misleading.
Yeah. Okay.
Where's my 100%?
Yeah, I want 100% fat. That's butter. I mean,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so then I just literally sprinkle these on. Oh, and these are the AK ice sprinkles. Not the AK snow sprinkles.
Yes, which I will be using later.
And yeah, and I've used before too. We both have some feelings on those.
Yeah.
I think we're both.
Zach spat on me when I told him.
No,
he said
I feel like we both kind of have a complex relationship with them. Like we're not exactly sure if they're worth it. Maybe I put those words in.
Maybe you thought that.
Maybe I thought you thought that. Yeah, maybe you actually like them. So there it is, and then there's that.
Yeah, let's get a. Oh yeah. Yeah, it looks like nice, icy, like rocky icy stuff. Almost like they're maybe like a bottom of a mountain or something.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there it is. Okay, that's snow. That's how you do. That's number one.
That's number one.
We're gonna start on your adventure. Right?
Yeah, we're gonna start on mine.
Before we do though, big thanks to Liberty Fires as always, big supporter of the show. Super appreciative as always, Liberty Fires. Liberty Fires has gifted 5 memberships.
Oh, thank you.
And it looks like some people were able to get them.
Tommy,
at least one person.
Yeah, one person.
That's good. So now everyone's a member. Love it.
Sweet.
Which is good because a little bit later we have some
special news for members.
Yeah, some stuff for members we're excited to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to rotate it? Okay. So we have this little gimbal here. So check it out, Chad. Isn't that pretty cool? Should I go this way?
Yeah, rotate it around. Okay.
All right, now I need you to take over now.
All right, show me where you want to work. Like,
probably like here. Yeah, here. Is the lighting okay?
Yeah, the lighting's great.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So this is where I'm at. Ooh, there we go. So this is the first mud layer, right? You see it's like nice and chunky, real uneven. It looks like there's even like maybe some people have been walking through it. So that's how we want this to end up, but I'm actually going to show you how I do it. So this is our, it's like a cooking show. This is our working or like almost finished thing.
Yeah.
Here's how we do it. Though. This is the one that's not in the oven yet. So what I'm gonna use is.
I feel like when you told me your working area, you lied.
I did just move off the table. No, I'm working here. Come back.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm working with, this is Vallejo black mud. I almost said thick mud. Black mud. There you go.
It does say thick mud though on the.
It is, yes, thick mud, black mud. Who knows?
Just like a YouTube stream, it's got to have a few different names all over the label.
Yeah.
Nobody can know what it's actually called.
No, and we got to blur it out a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, so you get your nice big globs and you just pat it down. Now, I've got this little metal tool. You don't have to use that. You can use a brush. It'll probably ruin the brush. So
Chat, how's it going tonight? To the tune of "No Business Like Show Business." I don't remember Super 80 that song. I'm not it's a musical. I'm not a musical.
He's not allowed to play this in the house.
Yeah, Meg and I both strongly dislike musicals.
I'm not in the shot. There we go.
We left immediately when La La Land. We went to see La La Land in the theater, and left immediately. We both audibly groaned at the opening of it, and then the same thing happened again with the Beauty and the Beast live action. I don't know why we keep going to them.
Wait, but do you like Disney movies? Like, is that okay? I mean, I guess.
Yeah, somehow the animated Disney movies are okay, and some musicals are okay, I guess. But those the live action movie musicals, no good.
Not a big fan of
I've seen The Lion King on Broadway, weirdly twice, and I've seen Music Man. And when I was a kid, I was in a bunch of these musicals.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We should hear. I want to hear more about that.
And anyway, I was into them, but now as an adult, I cannot stand them unless I'm like going to see them live or something. I can't.
Yeah, it's a different experience.
Yeah, I can't. But just like watching that Hermione and
and the guy from Drive.
That guy's not Drive.
Isn't it? Oh my gosh, Ryan Gosling?
No, that's La La Land.
Oh, sorry.
That's Emma Stone.
Oh, right.
And Ryan Gosling.
Clearly, I haven't seen these movies.
No, in Little Mermaid. I mean, not Little Mermaid. Beauty and the Beast. It's Bard from The Hobbit. Remember Bard from The Hobbit?
I think so.
Yeah, he's Gaston.
Oh, wow.
Which is not like a great Gaston.
No, not really.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. So I've got the mud here, and you notice there's just lots of like peaks, right? It's almost like this mud is so sticky, it's like sticking to people's feet. So you get this nice like peaks and textures. This is not how we're gonna leave it, but we need to let it rest a little bit. We need to let it dry just a little bit. So this is where we're at. Right, looks gross.
Is that it?
No. I forgot to bring a towel. Not a towel.
One of our rags?
Paper towel. I actually have it in my pocket. It's for this.
Okay. That's why it was there. Okay.
All right. So next,
that's a thing.
Hopefully this is dry.
Hey, Stray, you have a napkin? Oh, hey, Stray, do you have any napkins? Oh yeah, here.
Yeah.
Just immediately
grab it.
Does anyone have a napkin? Yeah. Hold on. Shh. Right here, everyone. Just calm down. I got a napkin.
Do you have sugar? Yeah.
yeah. Sugar packets. Oh no, just like in the
just loose sugar.
Just loose sugar.
All right. So now come back. This has been drying for oh my gosh, it's hard to. There we go. Okay.
We can move the camera. Remember.
So this has been drying for a little bit. So it's a little bit tacky, right? It won't come up if I touch it. Like it's not going to stick to stuff. But I should be able to press it down. What you want to do is you want to press it down in the areas where people would be walking, right? So you get these nice indents. Look like almost sort of like footprints. Like that. You can't really tell, but from this angle, but
no, I like it. It looks great.
Okay. Next, we're gonna do snow. So I'm actually gonna try and use your stuff. Can I Could I have some of that terrain snow?
Yeah,
please?
yeah.
All right. You've told me this stuff is not great. It looks like whipped cream. It does look like whipped cream.
Yes, it looks like marshmallow fluff.
Yeah.
Like you spread that on a sandwich with some peanut butter. I know Europeans make fun of us for eating that sandwich, but
it's pretty good.
It's good. It's a dessert sandwich, which is an unusual thing in general, but
they put chocolate on toast.
Dude, I know, right? And the funny thing also is the amount of Europeans that I've seen or like heard of having that, or like UK people, I guess they kind of consider themselves Europeans, eating a fluffernutter sandwich and then being like, oh my God, this is amazing. There's so many people who are like
just into it
after they try it, right?
Okay. So the key with this is to try and make it so that it's only on the places that are not being stepped on.
And see, I think the way you're using this, the snow sprinkles, which do you have one over there?
I think it's in my little box.
I have one here. I don't know. Maybe I don't know how mine got here, because I hate this stuff. I'm not using it. But as we established, I think the way you're using it though here, snow sprinkles makes sense.
Yeah.
In a muddy setting, I think snow sprinkles make sense.
Yeah, because it's like frosted over, melted.
Exactly.
Snow.
Yeah. Whereas I'm doing kind of the other two ends of the spectrum. Very heavy, powdery snow.
Yeah.
And dusting. Right. I don't actually really think it makes much sense for either of those two, honestly.
So with this stuff, you see me. Sorry, I realized. Yeah, you're right. I did lie to you about where I'm working. This stuff does not. I see why you don't like this stuff.
Yeah. Well, I do like this stuff, but I'm just going to show you a trick on how to work with it.
Okay.
But after we watch you struggle.
Yeah. I think the key is to make it, leave it in chunks. At least for the way I'm doing snow.
Kind of. Yeah.
And so also like it doesn't look great now, but it's actually mostly going to get covered.
Okay, that's good because you're right. It doesn't look good.
Oh my gosh, this is terrible.
It's not great.
I
right?
think Liberty was telling me about how much he hates this stuff, and I get it.
But
this is terrible.
Because I know he's been doing snow basing too. But there is a trick to using this stuff if you want fluffy chunks of snow, or not even necessarily that fluffy. But
okay, I'm gonna try some. I'm gonna mix a little water.
Okay. Oh yeah, that does help. That helps move it around a little bit more.
Yeah. Okay, that's a little better.
Water. We'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and do our poll pretty soon here.
Yeah.
Maybe now's a good time to close the poll and talk about it.
Okay.
A little bit. It looks like the winner, I think, is probably Snow Dogs, which...
Look, Cuba Gooding Jr., yeah. I get it.
I remember seeing the ad for Snow Dogs, and do you remember, being, growing out of being a kid and seeing things for the first time and being like, oh my God, is this what society is? I remember the ad for Snow Dogs was one of the first times. I think I was in 12th grade or 11th grade.
11th grade?
I think I was in 11th grade when Snow Dogs came out.
I was much more jaded by being a senior in high school.
I mean, I don't know. I grew up in rural Pennsylvania, man. I don't know. It was but the thing is that I definitely remember seeing the ad for Snow Dogs and just being like, oh my God, this is
society.
Is what we've become. I didn't learn about this in school. That and another time is there's a movie with Vin Diesel called The Pacifier where Vin Diesel has to protect a bunch of kids.
Yeah, it's very embarrassing.
And for some reason the kids have a duck and as a pet. And I remember the duck as a pet was I was like, well, why do they have a duck as a pet? Nobody has a duck as a pet. And then I remember I think The Simpsons is the first one that caused me to start thinking about this, because in The Simpsons there's this scene where Homer goes to the movies and they keep showing previews, in an early Simpsons episode, and he's getting angry, and there's soccer mummy is one of the previews, and it's a mummy that gets resurrected, and there's this one line where the soccer mummy's playing and he sees an attractive woman in the stands, and the kid's like, oh no, the professor said we're not supposed to let him get a boner. And I remember watching this Vin Diesel movie ad, and Vin Diesel's like, you mean protecting these kids is a matter of national security? And I remember just being like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed for humanity right now.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, I think Snow Dogs was one of those for me.
Me, it was probably Cats and Dogs.
Cats versus dogs?
I think it was, maybe it's Cats versus... It's the one that like spies.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Jeff Goldblum's in that movie.
Yeah. Listen.
That was in his bad period.
He's had a few of those, I think.
Yeah.
He's kind of hot and cold.
Okay, so this is where we're at. You got some, frankly, not great looking snow.
Yeah, I hate that stuff.
Yeah.
Until you do the cute
But
trick.
see, you gotta get some clumps, little clumps here and there. I think I might even add a couple more. But I'll switch it to you.
Oh, back to me?
Yeah, if you're ready.
Oh, we're going back to me? All right, yeah, let's go back to me. All right, we'll do that.
Cool,
We'll
yeah.
do this.
Chad, I'm gonna add a couple more here and there. But
all right. We'll go here so we don't make people barf.
Really? I think we should make them barf. Okay.
All right. And I'm just gonna do it fresh
where you working?
On an empty base right here like this.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. You're pretty centered. There you go.
I actually didn't get any tool to apply this snow. Do you have anything extra over there?
I got a couple.
Something bigger.
I mean, you can use
this guy.
This
I'll
guy's
use this guy.
This is pretty big.
Oh yeah, that's what I want.
Okay. There you go.
Okay. All right. Let me have that snow.
Oh, it's terrible.
Okay, so here we go. I'll show you guys. I based our back when I was at Titan Studio. We did a Gargant's army, and I based them this way with a subtle look of snow. And then when I did my Beast Claw Raiders, I just amped up the snow. And at the time I kind of thought that I didn't know a lot about Sigmar. I was just kind of starting to build the models. I thought if you were in Grand Alliance Destruction, you could actually ally with other things. Mm-hmm. Turns out you really can't. Very few. Order kind of can do that a lot. Checks out, right? They all get along. But otherwise, within the alliances, a lot of them don't like each other at all.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
turns out when you're ogres and you just eat everything without really questioning or engaging with them in conversation, you don't really have any allies.
Yeah. I mean, angels and like mummies don't. I mean, because didn't Nagash used to be Order?
There was originally there was like an alliance between Death and Order.
Yeah. Which is like,
that's like more lore. I don't know that ever like showed up in the game.
Oh, okay. Right, was the key to mix it?
Yeah, we're gonna mix it a little bit first, but it's still like I don't know what your experience with it is still pretty standard.
Okay. I'm gonna actually try something while you're doing that. I'm actually gonna poke at it a little bit with a stiff brush. Yeah. Just to kind of give it a little more texture.
So as it dries, you can start to manipulate it, and get the whipped look to go away. So here we go, mixing up my fluff here. Okay, and then what I do is I take a bunch of it, and we're gonna put it on. So I honestly I think what this base is gonna get used for after I make it is a man crusher. Because I have, I want to one day read. I have 3 man crushers, assembled and primed, and I just haven't been doing Gargant stuff. But I would like to one day redo a Gargant army. And the other thing that this base would get used for is a Mournfang, and I already have 12 Mournfangs. Yeah. It's really hard for me to imagine ever needing any Mournfangs ever again.
You could have 15.
I could. No, I couldn't. I could have either 14 or 16.
Oh, okay.
16 is...
it's a bit much.
That's like 1,500 points. So, yeah, it would pretty much not leave me... Okay, so this looks like crap, right? Like, this doesn't look good. We don't like the way this looks. It's got this whipped look going on. We don't like the whipped look. And this is not at all what we want. At all.
No.
So, no good. Okay. So this was where I kind of initially... we did forget rags, huh?
Oh, yeah. You want me to grab some?
Sure. This is kind of initially where I... when I first started, where I was with these. And yeah, it doesn't look good. So here's the key I keep talking about, in my opinion, that fixes this. Okay. So you take this. You take these ice sprinkles. You give them a shake. And you pour them all over. You're not really... There's not a lot of nuance here in this section. These are all going to get knocked... Most of these are going to get knocked off. But here's the thing. Now that you have the ice sprinkles on, it's going to do 2 things. One, it's going to make it look better. Because it'll have like this reflective powdery look now. To look more like kind of freshly fallen snow. Okay, and then 2, it lets you touch it. I didn't actually show you what happens if you try to touch it without it. Here, I can show you right here with this little glob. If you try to touch this stuff without the ice sprinkles on it, it sticks to your finger, or it's like gets picked up, or the whipped look kind of happens more. So now that this is here, what you've done is you've basically inserted a dry solid in between your weird kind of whipped cream thing and your finger. So now I literally just go through here and use my finger to pad all this out and give it a shape. I like to have like the look of a wall kind of along the edge of the base like this. Kind of look like a snow drift.
Oh yeah, nice and sprinkly.
Yeah, and then I just go through and pat it down. Again, if this powder wasn't here,
you would just be sticking.
It would just be sticking to my fingers like crazy. It's super annoying. That's it.
Cool.
And look, that really is it. So now the snow sprinkles stuff, you could use like around here if you wanted to. So I knock this off. There it is. And then you can do any last adjustment you want. If it has, sometimes it has like these kind of weird shapes in it. And you can kind of, again, pat those out. Everything can now be patted out. The powder is stuck there. And we can just have a nice soft looking snow. Like this. Very nice.
And I'm going to talk to chat for a little bit while you're doing that.
Yeah, now I will show one more thing.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, you're good. In a second, let me show just the last thing. Here's our snow drift we're working on. Oh, nice. I think really for me the finger is the best tool here. In this instance. Okay, so like so right here's where I'd put the snow sprinkles around the edge here to kind of make it look like it's starting to melt and like it had refrozen maybe. Okay, now tall grass, right?
Yeah.
If you want tall grass, you need to actually give your tall grass somewhere to go. So you have to kind of think about where that tall grass is going to be. You want to go ahead and get a little spot for it. And I'll be honest, you can kind of I have a man crusher over there. When we switch back to you, I might go grab my man crusher just to make sure I have this in a way. So you can kind of almost then just go ahead and put the tall grass in right away. So
no glue, huh?
I'm gonna put glue in the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it seems like maybe you could get away with that, right? But they'll fall out. When this stuff dries, they'll fall out.
Yeah, okay.
If you don't do it. So put a little bit of super glue here on the paper, just off camera. There's a little dab of super glue there, and I'm gonna dip my tall grass in, and then
boom.
I personally really think that the tall grass is important if you want to do big drifts of snow.
Yeah.
It helps really establish what is going on, in my opinion. It really sells it as snow. It sells the environment a lot better, I think.
Yeah, I totally agree.
So there we go. That's how I do my bases for my Beast Claw Raiders. Here is for reference. Here's a Stonehorn that has had this. He just came out of his box from Nova. I actually kind of like the way these are.
They kind of like wind blown.
Wind blown almost. By the way, these, if you wondered what these are right here, these are not. If you're thinking like, oh, I don't want to buy that stupid grass from Woodland Scenics to make the tall grass, you can take like an old brush, especially if you have like a big one.
Oh yeah,
And that's actually how I made these. Like you cut the brush up, and actually what I did with a few old brushes. Actually, I don't think they're old brushes. I think they're like cheap paint brushes from Home Depot, from a home improvement store. And what I did is I ran each of them through a wash. Like this one, this one's Reichland Flesh Shade.
Oh yeah.
Some of them were Agrax, and so then you can get like some different colors.
Gotcha.
So if you don't like the colors that they come in, you can buy the tan color. And yeah, I don't actually like this windswept look. I mean, I think I might like it if it was intentional. Anyway, that's what you end up with. I'm looking to see here, sorry, if I did the snow on this guy, the snow sprinkles we keep talking about.
Yeah, it looks like a.
I don't think
I
I
don't
did.
think so.
I don't think so either. But anyway, that's it. Oh, look how well he spins when all these little things are around here. Okay, that's it. That's how you do dusting snow. That's how you do fresh snow. Okay.
I feel like we missed a lot of chat. Someone was asking about the materials we're using, so it looks like, just to whoever asked, AKI sprinkles, AK snow, terrain snow.
Yeah, we will post these in the link.
Yeah.
So just as just to show that real quick here, the bulk of this was built up with AK snow terrain. Mm-hmm. So first, actually, let me say the texture here is AK rough texture. I love this stuff. I use it on almost all of my armies nowadays. This is how I base my daughters. This is how I base these guys. This is how I base my slaves to darkness, and it's also how I base my goblins. So I use that a lot. And then this is AK snow terrain. Right there. Okay, not focusing. That's okay.
Oh, well.
And then to do that powder trick that lets you, one, I think makes this look better, but two, lets you actually form, form the fluffy snow and not make it look like whipped cream. I use
ice sprinkles.
Ice sprinkles. You can hear.
Yeah. Like a little rainmaker.
Captain Mannerings, you say, how firm is the connection? Does it need pinning? Sorry, what connection between what two things? Just.
Well, yeah, were you talking about the reeds or?
Yeah. Nothing here needs pinning, so I suppose the answer is good. But I just want to make sure I know what you're addressing before I horribly answer your question.
I'm going to borrow this.
Yes, please.
So now that Zach has showed us the secrets of how to manipulate this snow, I'm just making some indents. Here, should we switch to me? I guess it's my turn now, right?
It is, but you know what? We've got some things to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
So while we switch that to you, here I can, while we switch that to you, so Cire and I in particular, but Meg also, Brett as well, have large projects that we are working on.
Yes.
And we wanted to start making content out of those projects.
Yeah.
So if you're in our Discord, you've seen us jokingly talk about, or not jokingly, seriously, talk about our latest stream that we're going to be doing. This is for members only. Yes. I think everyone in here now is a member since memberships were purchased for people. And we'll get to these other messages as well, folks. So we are starting a new stream that's going to be Fridays at noon. At least for now, that's the time.
Yeah.
We may change the time around based on who is taking a journey with you.
Yes.
For me and Cire, 12 at noon works well. That time might not work well if Meg does one. So we will change times around potentially. Journeys is meant to be us doing a large project on our own. Mm-hmm. There will not be two of us here, and we'll just be chilling and just hobbying for a while. Totally expect you guys who are animate and loyal fans who like to hop into the hobby Discord to do that. While you're streaming us, and all of you talking and mocking the person, whether it be me or Cire. But we're excited because we hope to sort of have the same sort of view that we're doing here today.
Yeah.
On and kind of showing us do different things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. I think both of us are doing some interesting things to start off. You're doing. We're really going to see somebody who's a super strong painter, Cire, start an army from really nothing.
Basically from scratch.
And see how he goes through that process.
This is the first model.
This is the first guy here.
This is the first. I gotta figure it out. There it is.
There we go.
Yeah. So this is the first model of the Journeys. Yeah. Stream. Here's just a little sneak peek for you. Yeah.
So meanwhile, I will be building a train board, which is something I used to do a ton of. Something I've not done nearly enough of for my own taste in a couple of years, quite honestly. I love building train boards. It's one of my favorite parts of the hobby. I'm going to be making a Soulblight Gravelord themed board for Age of Sigmar. I'll be cutting some pink foam. I have 2 boxes of Sigmarite Mausoleum. That's actually a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Those boxes come with a lot. I also have a really super cool 3D printed ruined cathedral that I got off of Etsy that goes with it.
Yeah.
That it really matches it quite well. So I'm actually really going to make almost like a city board. Like a necropolis, if you will. Yeah. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, it's some interesting mixing of pink foam and terrain, and it's going to be pretty cool. I'm really excited to see it.
Yeah, I'm really excited to get a new board. I'm out and make terrain boards again.
Yeah,
it's very exciting. So please consider joining us for that. The first one will be 2 days from now, Friday at noon. I will be kicking us off. Cire and I are intending to alternate Fridays for a bit, and eventually the projects will come to an end. And at that point, we might take a week off or something like that. Or maybe someone does a couple weeks in a row. Or maybe we kick it to Brett or Meg. We'll kind of go from there. I know I'm intending to have mine finishing up close to Halloween.
Oh, good. Yeah. So, that's right.
Which hopefully makes sense. Much of the work, not most of the work. Much of the work will be done on air. Yeah. Not all of it. I don't know that I could get a train board done only doing 4...
streams.
Yeah, and we don't know how long we're kind of leaving it up to the individual. Yeah. If Cire wants to go 4 hours, 5 hours, however long he wants to go, he's
probably
welcome.
Not,
he's welcome. Yeah. He's welcome to. So we will just kind of see how it goes. It's meant to be a little more casual. Yeah. There probably won't be as many segments and stuff like that.
But, less of a. I mean, you'll know what you're getting into because we'll talk about the project as a whole. It's not going to be like this where we're having to explain. Yeah.
It's a good time. I see some of you using your monthly membership free question, which is awesome, to be funny, which is great. We always appreciate that. Fugs and Umi's actually is a real kind of comment. Okay. It's a good thing to say that for if you have questions like, Cire, how do you blah 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 when you start an army, or Zach. This Friday actually we're gonna be cutting pink foam. Yeah. By the way, there's a pink foam video coming out tomorrow also, so keep your eyes open for that. Pink foam video coming out tomorrow, kind of in anticipation of Friday. I'll be sitting here. I have my table cutter. Yeah. Which I'm really excited about. I think if there's a fire in the house, it'd be one of the things I'd grab. I love my pink.
Meg, the house is on fire.
Grab the.
I'm stuck.
Grab the Hercules. Grab Bartok and I guess Joplin and the Hercules. So yeah, I'll be cutting some pink foam. If you have pink foam questions, it'll just be me and
you. What is pink foam?
What is pink foam?
Where can I get it?
Where can I get it? Does it give me cancer when I cut it? Definitely. That smell is the worst smell in the hobby. That cannot be okay.
Yeah, let us. Yeah, maybe if you have a worse smell, hobbies. Well. Yeah, if worst hobby smell, maybe it's just a hobby shop at a tournament.
Maybe just keep that to yourself. Yeah, if you know a worse one. Okay, so where are you at now?
All right, I'm here.
Should I hop in?
Yeah, you should hop.
Should we hop in here?
Ooh. It's a little dark. Maybe chat here. I'm gonna crank up the contrast real quick for you. One more. There we go.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I made some indents in the snow. Just in the same manner that I did the mud, basically making it look like people have been walking through it. We're at the stage where it still doesn't look great though. So
it does look better. I will say that.
2 things we're gonna do. I need the glue because I'm gonna put my own tufts.
Super glue?
Yes, please. I don't have a little thing. Do you want me to use that, or should I just put it on here?
Oh,
as opposed to
use like this thing. Okay. We got it. We got the rest of this. We know.
We don't know the rest of the show. Chat, if the rest of the show goes off the rails, you know why. It's because we put it on our schedule.
Yeah,
we put glue on the schedule.
It's because by it he means glue, and then glued the schedule down the wrong side up.
Okay.
That's actually what I thought you were going to do. I thought you were going to put the glue on the right side, that we could keep looking at it and see the glue. But you flipped it and put the glue. So now when we flip it...
Well, the schedule's going to be stuck.
Oh, the schedule will be stuck up, though.
Yeah. So we can only look at the schedule.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah. All right. So I have a weird rule about... sorry, it's all out of focus. Sorry. It's dark again. Sorry.
Hold on.
What's going on here?
Is this the right part?
No.
Ooh, that could have been bad.
You almost turned the stream off. Crank it. Is it going? More. I don't know if it's going to go anymore. I think it's a little bit brighter. There you go.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah. All right. I have a... It's not focusing, though. Whatever. I have a weird rule about Tufts placement, and that is you always have to put an odd amount.
Oh, that's a good rule. You're not... what if there's 2? I think 2...
Put a third.
Okay, all right, fair enough. A Tuft rule I have, by the way, I'm actually putting some Tufts down as well. A Tuft rule I have is I like to actually, if the tall grass isn't surrounded by snow, I like to put some around the tall grass.
Oh, interesting.
It kind of hides the base of the tall grass.
Yeah.
And it makes it look like... Otherwise, it's like, why did the tall grass come out of there? Like, what is happening right there?
Yes, I think things like Tufts tend to look better in odd numbers and asymmetrical.
Asymmetrical, I truly believe... I guess you can't be... I guess that's your issue with 2, is you also can't be... I just have a big old tuft mess here. All kinds of tufts all mixed together. Not good.
This is a tough nightmare.
Yeah, this is a real tough
situation. So there we go. Even this is maybe too symmetrical, but I'll leave it there as a lesson so you know what not to do.
I also really love the little tiny ones you're using.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of like mixing the different sizes.
Yes, that's actually what I was about to say next. Mixing tough sizes.
Wait, while you're doing bigger ones, can I use the tweezers?
Yeah. Sure.
Actually, I can also just wait. Oh, you were gonna use them.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab another pair of tweezers.
Okay.
There's like a million pairs of tweezers in here.
These ones have a little bit of white on them to make them look like they've already been in the snow. Not necessary because I'm gonna end up covering them in snow stuff anyway. But here we go. Get this guy like in here.
Fook says, free super chat. Oh boy, what should I ask? Don't.
Are the free super chats? Do they have a shorter character limit?
I don't think so. I think he's just being silly, just a silly guy. And Umi says, I bought Bastian Carthalos, and going to be doing some light conversion work on him to make him even cooler than he already is. You actually painted this model for me.
I did.
Yeah.
I did paint this model.
You did a great job. He's super cool. So our friend Andrew Wazzle, if you ever see him in the Discord, you've heard us talk about him. I imagine at some point Andrew will make an appearance. He's an incredible painter. I think after the guy sitting next to me, or among the guys sitting next to me, one of the best in the Bay Area.
I think he's got me beat.
Well,
at least in some areas.
I was gonna say definitely top 3, but you guys might be top 2 with now that Israel's moved to the area. And then of course Brian is also super. Brian.
Yeah. Michael Cody too.
I always forget.
He's in Sacramento.
He's in Sacramento.
Does that
doesn't
count?
really count. But Andrew, an incredible painter, and he is working on some Cruel Boys.
Okay.
For he is hopefully we think pretty sure going to Old Town Throwdown teams with us.
Oh, cool.
Sounds like he's a yes. And so he's probably going to take your Stormcast.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. And I made a list with Bastian in it. I actually need to paint, and that's what I was mentioning to you. I need to get your help with the Forger Code Guard concussors.
Another stream. Perhaps.
Well,
or maybe just I
don't know. Done. We scheduled all of our streams out, right?
Oops.
Yeah, and he's not on there, so that's gonna have to be a little off hours. Maybe a quick side journeys.
Yeah, side journeys, side quests.
Yeah, should we make Meg even more angry by having a new stream called
Side Journeys?
Side Journeys.
Ooh.
Okay, Meg, I need you to come here and whisper side journeys.
Side journeys. I can do my best Meg impression if she wants to. So we've got. Okay, this is just impossible. I can't get the.
Move the camera.
There we go. There we go.
I can move the camera.
No, we're good.
Should I zoom in or out?
Can you focus it? Hit focus on it. No, zoom in. Get in there. Oh yeah. Now if we get it to focus. Chat.
That's focused, right?
No.
All right, here. I'll
chat, we need your power.
I'll go manual.
Chat, lend us your focusing power.
That's not me.
That's zooming.
What?
There we go. That's good enough.
Wait, that is not. Oh, you want the snow in focus?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay.
It's
Hold
a
on.
snow basing episode.
I was like, the guy looks so cool. I kept focusing on the guy. Okay, sorry. All right, here. Okay, for real, I can.
Okay.
Let's focus on him again.
Oh my gosh. There you go.
There we go. Okay.
Okay. So I thinned down some Agrex Earth shade, about 2 parts thinner, 1 part shade, and I'm just gonna tap it around the edges of the snow. You can get some in the center too, but generally try and focus it on around the muddy areas, like where the snow would be melting. So we're gonna go there. We're gonna go here. Actually, let me actually show you on camera. There we go. There we go. Go here. Make sure you get some wash in your tufts. That's another thing. Always wash your tufts, people.
Yeah.
Put a little brown wash in the center of your tuft.
It does add a lot.
It adds a lot.
You know, I have to say, I redid on last Wednesday's stream. I worked on leveling up my Bloodwrack Medusa. My daughters have like wild alien color tufts.
Oh really?
They have this color. They have like these blues and yellow and like weird colors. You've seen them.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm gonna have to actually give a little bit of thought into what I drop in the middle.
Blue, maybe some blue.
Yeah, it was. I did. I tried black and gray, and the gray did nothing, and the black wasn't super into. Yeah, I wasn't really super into what it did. So yeah, I'm gonna have to actually give a little bit of thought on those. Kind of weird.
Yeah. All right, so we've got our mud on our snow now. As you can see, you're gonna let it dry though. There you go. That's a pretty good shot. If I could just center it, there we go. So we got mud going around the edges. It's still a little funny looking, but we're not finished, so don't worry. I'm gonna feather it out a little bit.
I don't actually. It's funny that you asked for super glue for your tufts. I don't. I kind of just rely on the
adhesive. Some of these small ones don't have adhesive on them, or it's like really weak. So
yeah, I think you're right. I still just do it though. So right. when I said I think you're right, I meant.
I think you're wrong.
I meant you're wrong. You are wrong. Well, okay, you're wrong. They do have adhesive on them.
Yes,
but you're right in that it's not. It's very weak.
I get it, Chad. Yeah, there we go. So he wanted to see the horse, so there's the horse.
Nice.
I wanted to talk. Oh wait, Umi, real quick.
Yeah, what are you doing?
What are you doing with Bastion Carthalis? Are you turning him into a 40k blade champ? Because that's what everyone does. I did it. I think I'm pretty happy with mine.
Oh, he has a storm.
Yeah, he has an actual. He's probably keeping it.
He's probably keeping it, but you. Oh, I see. He's a Custodes now for you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he'd be good for that. Now, did you? Let me ask you this: Did you when you did that? Did you the bear head or mask?
Oh no! I put the Custodes helmet. Oh hey John, thank you for the 20 memberships. Looks like no one's picking them up. So if you're in chat and you don't, you're not enabled, you can claim those.
Get enabled.
Yeah, get enabled. Enabled. You have to click on the button. I think. I don't actually know how it works. I think you click on the little gift icon.
I saw it the other day. I was in chat on a different name, on one of my names, and it popped up, and I had the option to take it, and it said I had to enable it. It kind of guides you through it.
Okay.
But I didn't take it because I didn't want to do that thing where it's like, John McCardle gifted a membership to Zach Pfeiffer. Yeah.
I know. Well, yeah. Tell your friends. Tell them to come claim these memberships. Otherwise, they just go to the ether.
They go to the ether, yeah. Okay, how are we doing?
We're good. Yeah, sorry, I should have clarified that. I need drawing time now, so if you want to show something or if we have another segment.
Oh yeah, we were going to talk about...
Actually, yeah, I need a little bit of dry time.
We talked about journeys. We've had all kinds of things. We've had a very exciting... Oh, I know one of the things we want to talk about. Currently in the Discord, if you are a mandrill, heads up, there is a kind of a question being started. We are going to be in an upcoming thread for October.
Yeah.
We're going to be painting some zombies because Meg wants to be a meta chaser and add more zombies to her list. So we're going to be painting some zombies, and some of the zombies we're going to paint as particular characters.
Yeah.
And I think that's very loosely open.
Yeah.
What that means.
Well, yeah.
this thread in the Mandrill Discord, Meg is taking submissions as far as what characters.
Yeah.
And I think it could be anything. It could be.
Yeah, if you want to see Cuba Gooding Jr.'s character as a zombie from Snow Dogs.
I love how that's what we can think of right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're a Mandrill, please do go vote in there. We would super appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then the other thing we wanted to do... Oh, we want to talk about this Sunday.
Yes.
Okay. So this Sunday, we are doing an exciting stream. We're promoting this stream kind of heavily. We're making this a little bit of a mini subathon, if you will. Because we have some giveaways. You can let folks know.
Yep.
We are paying some Kingdom Death models. And we're kind of having the focus be on skin.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so at 10 a.m. Pacific time, we will be painting some Kingdom Death models. We have a couple special guests on. Some people from the community that you guys kind of know that live in the Bay Area.
Yep.
So that is Bryce and who
KK.
is Bryce is what's Bryce on
B Kingman?
B Kingman on the Discord, and KK who is Drax.
Yep, on the Discord.
You guys often see him dip into hobby hangs. They'll both be here doing a little bit of painting with us. And we're excited because Kingdom Death and Skin. Meg has been working on hers. It's been pretty fun. Yeah,
I still need to start mine.
Me too. Me too. You and I have other things going on for sure. So please join us Sunday for that. Tell your friends if you know some Kingdom Death people.
Yeah, let your Kingdom Death friends know.
Yeah, let your Kingdom Death friends know for sure. What are Kingdom Death friends?
Yeah, I don't know.
These are my Kingdom Death friends.
These are my they're a different friend group.
Okay. Yeah. That's like a friend group. That's like when you don't mix friend groups.
Yeah.
Don't mix
your Kingdom Death friends with your other friends.
Yeah, definitely.
Someone asked me what my chess program. Cody asked, "What is my chess program?"
What?
Okay, so I'll tell you my real chess program in a minute. Like no joke, the way I started working out was I was playing Oblivion. Elder Scrolls Oblivion on the Xbox 360, I think.
Okay.
And if you've ever played that game, it has really long load times. So what I would do is I would just do push-ups during the loading screens.
Really?
Yeah, and like I went from not being able to do any push-ups to being able to do like 80. Like in a relatively short amount of time, just because I would always do it every loading screen.
That's very funny.
Yeah. So
that is a good way to work out. Is to just like find some quick exercises and just knock them out like throughout the day.
Yeah.
A few times. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not every once in a while with Oblivion. That thing had loading screens every 10 seconds. So.
Oh my gosh.
My actual workout is I usually do 120-pound dumbbells each. 10 by 10 with 1 minute rest in between. That's like my main workout for the day, and then I'll do like 5 by 10 or like 8 by 10 cable flies.
Those are like
like that.
Okay.
And then if I have time, I'll usually throw in some incline, usually 5 by 10 or 10 by 10 at like 70% of my max, and then end the workout with push-ups, just as many as I can do.
As many as you can get in it. Oblivion ends.
Yeah, and Oblivion's worth of of push-ups. Which is a lot.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's interesting.
This is dry and looking not exactly how I anticipated.
Is that good or bad? Probably
not great, but I think we're okay.
All right.
I'll move
the camera.
need the ice sprinkles.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry, I need to. Here they are.
Thank you.
Wait, the ice sprinkles or the snow sprinkles?
Oh no, the ones I like. Oh, I have them. Snow sprinkles. Sorry.
Okay, this is the much maligned snow sprinkles. So talk to us about what this does. Okay, we've had conversations about what this does, and I'm not sure that we know what it does.
Well, I know what it does. It's basically the ice sprinkles, but it's like liquid form.
No, that is... See, yeah, I disagree with that.
It is. And but you can also make it a little chunky.
Yeah, I guess you're kind of right. It dries more transparent than you would think.
Yes, which I like, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the weird mushy stuff. And because it's transparent, that little bit of mud will show through. Can you, I know I actually turned the exposure up. Can you turn it down now?
Okay.
I don't know what happened.
Is it this button?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. There you go. Is it gone? I
Is
can't
the right
tell.
button?
Yeah, it's gone. There we go. Oh, it's too much now. Go back up like 30%. More. That's good enough.
Oh, wait.
I think we're right back to where we started. All right, chat. You'll see it eventually. This is drying on my brush. So what I'm doing is I'm using the snow sprinkles, not ice sprinkles, to cover the areas that I went over already.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to cover everything you already covered, and you're actually going to add in a couple extra clumps elsewhere. And I say clumps because you do want it to be like clumps.
Clumps.
Yeah. You don't want to smooth it out. You don't want to feather the edges. You want it to look like a piece of snow just got kicked over there and like maybe someone stepped on it.
Okay, I like it.
Okay, so we're covering all the areas we don't really like, which is most of it. You don't want to get too much on the mud, though. You want to get some, but not too much. Okay.
So, kind of curious in chat if we got any peeps here who are thinking about doing snow bases. I know Liberty Fires.
Yes.
Has been kind of working on it.
He warned me about this snow.
About
the AK snow, and I was like, okay, it can't be that bad, can it? He was right. He was not exaggerating.
But I mean, like,
you can work with it. It's not impossible to work with, but
you totally work with it. You just kind of the ice crystal trick.
Yeah, it's just not I think we're spoiled with like texture paints where it's like, oh, you just slap it on. It doesn't require too much work.
I suppose so. However, snow is never really going to work. I mean, like, I don't know. That's a long shot with snow, in my opinion, right? Like,
yeah, it's complicated.
Yeah, like snow is different kinds of snow, and like I don't know.
As we're demonstrating today.
Just being able to use a texture paint in a bottle is, I think, kind of wishful thinking. And I don't know, like the Valhalla snow from GW is not great.
No, it's not. Yeah, I think it's better than the Vallejo stuff, at least straight out of the.
Shit, yeah. I guess that maybe the trick would work with it too. You could add the ice sprinkles, but it's also expensive.
Yeah, I tried to buy some Valhalla snow. If people are price gouging for it at the moment.
Why?
I don't know. They're just. I see the cheapest one I see was for $40.
What?
I don't know if they like stopped making it or something.
Well, if they did, then you're in trouble, right? Because if that's how you've been basing your...
Oh, it's not. I've been using...
No, not you. I'm saying somebody else. One would be in trouble.
One would be in lots of trouble.
One would be in trouble if your basing material suddenly stops getting made.
Yeah, that's maybe the worst thing. Yeah. One of the worst things that could go out.
Yeah. If AK goes under, I'm in trouble.
Okay.
A lot of people would be in trouble, actually.
Yeah, I would be. So here's where we are. You can see... yeah, there you go. It's like, it looks a little bit more like snow, right? And basically like I said, I went over the previous areas that were covered in the marshmallow stuff. And once this dries, it'll be nice and sparkly. And, yeah, it'll be nice and sparkly. And slightly translucent. I'm actually going to try something. That's gross. Okay? Yeah, it just spilled. Ew, it like squirted out.
The snow sprinkles?
Yeah. Never mind. I hate snow sprinkles.
Yeah, snow sprinkles are awful. I don't... Well, anyway, they're okay.
I think they look good.
I think they're not, like we've talked about, they don't really fit too well with what I've been doing with my armies. Speaking of which, you and I kind of knew. I didn't bring this up to you.
Yeah.
Or maybe I did. I was like, hey, what are we gonna do?
Actually, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use these ice sprinkles. Can I use this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna sprinkle a couple, but not everywhere.
Okay. Here we go. I'll go back to you. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and just start painting my stone horn.
Oh yeah, because we weren't sure if we were gonna we weren't sure how long this was gonna take, so we're just gonna do some other work.
Yeah. I am in the process of leveling up both my Beast Claw Raiders and my Daughters of Cain, and so this is something I've been wanting to do. Yeah, I'm pretty
Excited.
Yeah, actually, I kind of am because I don't know, working on an army that you already feel pretty okay with, and just going back and adding to it, it's kind of a fun feeling. It's kind of fun. It's fun, right? You're like, cool. This army's done already. It's already fully painted. I can go play with it at any time. There's no rush.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, I can just sit here and keep working on it. Okay.
Let's go to the main. Oh, sorry. Yeah, let's go to the main.
Okay.
Okay.
You gonna tell us what madness you're up to now?
So now we're waiting for drying again, and then the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply micro balloons.
And talk to us about what those are.
So these are what appear to be very dangerous powder. It's like the finest powder I've ever seen.
Yeah. You need to be careful when you told me.
Yeah.
Because I've heard people talk about them. And I've seen them available for sale, and I've seen how people use them. I also, by the way, for what's worth, think you could use this to get the fresh snow look.
What's this?
The micro balloons?
Oh, yeah. Micro balloon. Okay, so ice sprinkles is like ice that's been around for a while, like snow that's been around for a while. Snow micro balloons is like fresh, powdery snow. Mm-hmm. Like just fallen, no one's touched it, pristine snow.
Yeah, I think you could use these to do the... You could probably use this to do the trick I do.
Yeah. Where you just sprinkle it on.
Where you sprinkle it on and then manipulate it with your hand.
Yeah.
I think you could use this to do it too, after having seen it. The thing was that I wasn't able to find this anywhere when I first started, actually.
Oh, really?
Working on my army, yeah.
Right, I'm going to go back and read some chats.
Yeah, how's chat doing?
I'm going to go back. Let's see, when were we last talking? Push-ups for load times. Yes, push-ups for load times. They're saying is you should turn... Yeah. It's like that meme every time I use it.
There's Andrew.
Yes. Jonathan, John was asking me if I wanted, he was asking for... He's saying he's got to get in shape before next, was it Nova? If you want to train with me, that's what we're going to be doing. 10 sets of 10, John.
Anyway, I saw Andrew, who we were just talking about, say Starfield sounds like the same game as Oblivion.
Yes, they're basically the same game. But if the load times are too fast, then... I mean, they can't be that bad. I suppose I've heard there's lots of loading in that game, like lots of load screens, but can it be... Look, maybe we can get some people to start doing push-ups for Starfield too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh yes, it does sound like there's lots of loading screens. Sand color snow bases soon.
Well, we'll do a poll, and actually,
yeah, that is something we want to.
We have, the polls are kind of funny because whenever we do a poll, we're kind of in this awkward position where we're like with these bases, where we're like, do any of us actually have an army where we're doing this? And the answer for most of them, because of the number of armies we have between all of us, tends to be yes. But there might be a couple settings where we don't have.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
I don't think this is... Chat, can you see it?
What is this?
This is the transparent water. It may have... The water's become solid.
All of it?
No. Just the top layer.
Oh, that's good. That's how you keep it fresh. It's like a pudding skin. Or it's like yeah, I don't know. It's like the layer of bread that has mold on it, and you can just cut that off and keep going.
Oh, if there's any mold anywhere near it, I just throw the whole thing out.
Yeah, that's.
I'm a waste. I waste.
I think that's what you're actually supposed to do. I think you're probably doing it right, and
Yeah.
I'm probably gross about it.
By the way, sorry, someone mentioned it. Snow Day. Yeah, Snow Day is actually a great movie. Did you ever see that movie?
No.
It's a Nickelodeon. I think it was Nickelodeon. It was like kids have a snow day.
Yeah, see, I think that's based on the book I was talking about earlier.
Oh, what?
I think so.
Chat, what I'm doing right now is I've got this water gel transparent.
Yeah, you're doing all kinds of stuff.
And I've also got this water gel swamp green, so it's also like the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just mixing them. So it's like 1 part water, 1 part transparent gel, 1 part green transparent gel.
Oh, okay. And we were kind of talking about this, right? I think like the mixing thing is important.
Yeah.
To get your unique blend for what you want. And we were talking about this swamp gel. I was saying I'm pretty sure, I don't know if he's in here right now. I'm pretty sure Broken Chef uses this.
Yeah. Chef, let me know. I've never used it before, so this is actually an experiment. If there's anything I need to know, let me know now.
Yeah.
I may have thinned it down too much.
Oh, you think I'm like, well, yeah. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out tomorrow morning when I come back in here.
Yeah, it's grown legs or something. It's growing mold.
Awesome.
Yeah. Sorry.
Should we jump to you?
You can. I mean, if you want to see it, I'm just mixing it. I'm actually not ready to apply it just yet, but I'm just doing trying to make my own little mixture here. This is a live experimenting. I don't actually know if this is going to work. There's kids screaming outside.
There are kids screaming. It looks okay. Actually, this is mostly just your hand. I'm gonna come back here.
Oh, sorry. I can like that. Sorry. Oh yeah. If you wanna, ask us a question, you can super chat us.
Of course, and we always appreciate the support.
We support you supporting us.
We do, and
I support that.
Again, please
tell your friends.
Consider dipping into Friday's show to hang out with Cire and I.
Well, just one of us at a time.
Just one of us. Yeah, that's why.
This weekend, this Friday's gonna be you.
It's gonna be me.
Okay, chat. Here's what I'm doing.
Are you ready?
Now you can show me. All right. This is supposed to be a. Oh my gosh. It's just pure white. There's no good way.
There we go.
Okay. Here, maybe if I go like that. Huh? Okay. So what I'm doing now is I've got this stuff. I don't know if this is going to turn out right because I may have watered it down a little too much, but we're going to see. I'm just going to dip this transparent water gel, swamp green gel, into a couple of the deepest recesses over here. So there's a deep recess over there. There's a little bit right here. Try to keep it close to the actual. Oh my gosh, sorry. It's like there we go.
I mean, it's just, honestly the model is just so beautiful that it keeps going to that.
Try and keep it in the areas that look where you think water would pool. And if we don't like this, we'll just cover it with mud. Okay.
Hey, listen.
Yep.
We got a little bit of mail.
Oh, right.
Should we do a little mail time?
We should do a little mail.
Okay, all right.
We should also put the little mail banner up that we have.
We do have a mail banner. That's right. We should. That's a great opportunity to remind everybody we heart fan mail.
Yeah, we love fan mail.
And we do have a P.O. box. Some peeps have sent some stuff to us. Have to tell you, we have something here from Stax that he wrote, and we want to share with you guys here in a second. And I do have to tell you, Stax, kind of funny. Yeah, so apparently, this sounds made up. This sounds like we were just lazy, but we've been to the post office multiple times, Stax, twice actually, since your package showed up. And they didn't put anything in our mailbox saying it was there. And the guy told me that that's been happening a lot recently. So if you do send us something and you don't hear from us, you don't see us interacting with it, we don't reach out to you, we're not talking about it on stream, it might be because something's going on in the Campbell, California post office.
Just
on Hamilton, where we are located here. where yeah, we're just
we're in the post office.
They're
Right
just,
now. That's where we're at.
they're just keeping stuff in the back.
Yeah,
I
they
guess,
just say, well, hey, look, they didn't ask about
yeah,
it.
I mean, yeah. So okay, we got a mail from Stacks. No, Stacks. This was addressed to Meg and the Hobby Collab. This is quickly becoming a no doubt situation here. I can tell.
I don't even know the other.
Guess who's? I know that's us. That's you and me. Guess who's not going on to have solo careers after this? Okay. Stack says, greetings to everyone at the Hobby Club, especially Meg. No, he didn't say that.
Okay.
He does say greetings to everyone at the Hobby Lab. I hope you make good use of all the items I've packaged here for you. I'll talk to you guys about what those are in a second.
Exciting stuff.
But this one, here you go. If the biscotti is not shattered dust by the time this reaches you, there should be enough to share. One for everybody, plus a few extra, or no extra if you decide to share with our friends, the Titans. Have fun and lots of love. Sincerely, the most awesome person you'll ever know, Stacks. Thanks, Stacks.
Thank you,
pretty
Stacks.
funny.
We had your biscotti. I'm gonna have some more.
Yeah, so he did send some biscotti. It is quite
very
good. It is quite good. It's chocolate.
Yes.
Biscotti. Here, you want a little tiny piece?
Yep.
You want me to touch it first, right? There
Yes,
you go.
thank you.
Okay. And
Oh,
then
wow.
I'm gonna grab another little tiny piece. And I had a little tiny piece already today. I'm gonna save a larger piece here for maybe some coffee tomorrow morning, and we'll save some around here for other peeps. Sunday, a lot of people are coming over, so we will share. Thank you, Stacks. Now the other thing he sent, we can't actually both be eating on stream. I realize this. The other thing he sent was just a ton of bits and stuff he didn't need. There's like a bunch of old World Eaters in there, I think. Yeah, a lot of bits, which is good because we, as you know, have this series. We've only had our first one so far, our collab Kit Bash competition. We actually will be filming the next one in the next couple of weeks here, where we kind of need these bits. So it's actually really useful. If you do have, I don't want to say send us your garbage. I really don't want to say that on air.
Well, you did.
But I did. But if you have stuff, of course, please.
If you want to rehome some bits.
Can you talk for a minute while I eat this?
Yes.
That's good. Oh, there's your hand. That's a little weird.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go through and read some... Oh, wait, you know what? Meg...
We have some super chats.
Oh, we have super chats. Hold on. But Meg, are you ready? I know you're 30 seconds behind. Meg, give the camera a thumbs up if you're ready. I'll be watching for the next 30 seconds. We're experimenting with a whole new system here. We're pushing the boundaries here.
That's right. I forgot about this.
Yes, we're trying some new things. I don't think Meg is ready. I see her hand. We're trying some new things. Let's see. Let's just go to it.
You ready?
There. Meg, put your hand back.
Oh, there's the thumbs
Look
up.
We have a live Meg cam.
Okay, here's Meg cam.
Yeah.
She's in a different room.
She is outside.
She's working on her.
Yeah, she's giving lots of thumbs up.
She's working on her Kingdom Death model. The setup here is not beautiful, as you can see. It is not nice and crisp. That is just a Mevo camera, which is not really intended for this. But we want to have a little bit of this going on Sunday.
Yes. So here's our remote on-site Meg cam.
Yeah.
She is on-site outside on the deck.
She's on her patio. We actually film. We actually do some filming on our patio because the lights are really nice. And so there it is, just laying there. Oh, there's Baby Girl. We met her at Nova. Hey, Baby Girl. There's Meg cam. It's not super exciting though. Just a Kingdom Death model laying there. So we're gonna come back to us.
Chat, I was saying we should do a security cam style where it's in the corner.
Up in the,
I guess you can't really see any hobbying going on.
You can't see the hobby. You might as well just see KK and Meg and me chilling out there while you and Brett are in here.
I think that's fun.
Or it's more fun that way. I think I agree. Okay.
Saul said get a head-mounted GoPro. That might actually work, so I could just go like this, and you could actually see what I'm looking at.
Oh my gosh, maybe. Saul Rothman says we kind of know this guy. We're starting to get to know Saul. He's been hanging around. He wants to know what should my first airbrush project be.
Ooh, I've got some.
You got some thoughts?
I've got some thoughts. Okay, Saul.
I'll have a few hours tomorrow, and I'm excited.
Okay, I think your first time ever using one.
Yeah. What do you do?
Okay, I think you practice on not a model.
Yeah.
First thing you do for the first 10, 15 minutes, get a piece of paper,
Yeah.
practice thinning your paints, spraying. My one big piece of advice is look. Your hand will go where your eyes are looking. So look exactly where you want to go, and that's where the airbrush will paint or spray. I know it's kind of like, of course, that's how it works, but I think
no, that's creative. That's not intuitive necessarily, right?
Yeah, focus where use your eyes. Your hand will go to it.
But you're talking to a guy. Saul, I'm going to throw him under the bus here. Probably, I'm guessing you're talking to a guy that's been playing 6 hours of Baldur's Gate a day for the past month and a half.
That's only clicking though.
So hand-eye coordination,
is on point.
Is on point, right?
So,
I don't know that Saul's been playing Baldur's Gate. I'm just guessing because
that's everyone's been doing that.
Yeah.
If you are going to if you're going to
Meg powered down
Meg turned off Meg cam.
Yeah, no more Meg cam.
Yeah, practice on a piece of paper first. Practice doing maybe try to write your name. After that, just do priming or base coating. Yeah. For your first project, that's what you want to do. You want to get used to the brush. You want to get used to the PSI. Priming, base coating. Now, once you get that stuff down, maybe after you've done this after a couple models, maybe you've done, you've base coated a couple squads. I think you should do is try volumetric highlighting or zenithal. Basically the same thing. Mm-hmm. Spraying a model from above with a white or whatever color you want.
So he means priming it. Go ahead and prime it.
Yeah, prime it like black.
And then kind of...
Yeah. So you spray from above with a white.
Over the black. And it's crazy. It'll come to life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll leave the black in the shadows. Your tops will already be highlighted. And that's one of the easiest, but most rewarding and
important, yeah,
techniques with an airbrush.
Now, can I toss out a thought? I've always told people that your first project, I like the base coating thing, but I would, before you really start trying anything too fancy, I would wonder, do you have the ability to purchase and store some terrain? Because if so, I would make a terrain board. I'd suggest picking up a few GW kits. I know they're a little pricey. I'd pick up a few GW kits. Quite honestly, pink foam and airbrushing go really well together because you can't prime pink foam with spray primer.
Correct.
So you have to prime it with latex house paint, which is nice, but it's a bit of a pain in the butt. Or you can just use airbrush primer.
Right.
So you can prime that way. So I hate to tell you to make another purchase, but I'd consider terrain if I were you. I would pick up some terrain, a couple GW kits, some pink foam maybe if you're into it. That means you'd probably also have to get a pink foam wire cutter. The one I recommend, Woodland Scenics. There's a video coming out tomorrow, by the way.
Yeah.
The one I recommend is about, I think it's 40 some bucks. But it's an amazing piece of terrain. Get 2 or 3 slabs of pink foam, do a little cutting, make a terrain board. Listen, I'm not kidding. I really think that it's an amazing way to start airbrushing. Terrain is so forgiving in so many ways.
Yes, exactly.
So
and lots of you don't have to be precise with it.
You don't, and on top of that, you can try different things out without try zenithal priming your Terminators when over here your intercessors are already completely finished and you're not going to go back. Well, you can always go back, by the way, just so you know, even if there's varnish on it. Varnish Master himself will tell you that.
Yes.
But you can always go back. But you might not want to. You might feel like that's weird, right? I'm not into that quite yet. Terrain, you can take the GW puts and do what Ted said.
Yeah.
Just do the spray down white after you've done them black, and then build them up. You can do large brushes. You can do small brushes, or if you have different needle sizes, you can try different things out. You can shoot washes through them.
Yeah.
You can
contrasts.
You can shoot contrasts. You can always do those things, but why not practice on some terrain? Why not get a project finished? The paper thing is good. The base coating thing is good. I totally agree with that. But don't just grab a crappy Land Raider that you don't care about and just make it your first airbrush project. Or because what are you going to use it for? Who cares? Yeah. And don't practice on your actual your army. Get yourself airbrush ready. And I say do some terrain. That can be not exciting for people because I'm pretty much telling you, hey, the thing you just bought your airbrush for, give yourself another month. Like, wait a month before you touch that. Instead, do this whole other project that's going to cost,
more money and time.
Few GW. I'm saying if Saul had all the money in the world, this actually wouldn't require that much, right? I would say 4 GW kits.
I would just say you could do one of those kill team sets.
A kill team set? Yeah. With pink foam, you can definitely make a kill team set into, so you're probably out another $300 maybe with some kill team train and the wire cutter and some pink foam. I don't know. That's me. I know that's a lot. Listen, I've been doing only Warhammer stuff for years now, so that's like
your baseline is different.
My baseline is different, but I think train is a really good place.
Yeah.
You might have some lying around, maybe.
Yeah, if you have MDF, even works.
I hate it, but yeah. Now, the last thing you can do is if you're in a local group, just ask if anyone's got terrain laying around that they don't want, because lots of times gamers will just give you stuff. Like a lot of people just want to get rid of things. You also scratch build train. There's so many good videos for that online.
Yeah. No, there's not. We're gonna make them.
Yeah,
we're the only ones
just
who
wait.
make them. Don't look elsewhere.
Yeah. Ty says, what changes would you make to the Oops All Steam Tank list for Monday to make it play the game better? I'm very into the armored company concept. Okay, this is funny. Well, first of all, Ty,
we'll make it 40 tanks, actually.
You can't have 42 tanks. That would be the change.
Yeah, make it 42 tanks. That would be unstoppable.
This is wow. I'm so glad, Ty, that you cared about that enough to ask, because I thought it was kind of just a meme thing. Me being like, oh, you can do all steam tanks. I kind of don't know if there's anything I would change, because I actually did try to build the best steam tank list I could. Now, couple things. First, I think this list had a Celestial Hurricanum, which gives a 9-inch bubble of +1 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
It has a Luminarch of Heish, which gives a 6-up bubble of 6-up ward, feel no pain. And maybe most importantly, it has the spells Faw's Protection. Faw's Protection it makes a save become unrendable, ignores positive and negative modifiers.
Okay.
Steam tanks are 2-up armor.
Yeah.
So they're amazing candidates for it. So you can put you don't maybe even, you're a little vulnerable to mortals, but you're going to have a 2-up save, so you can kind of just like throw a steam tank up there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure after that I would change anything. I don't think you can go all steam tanks. I think you need the Luminarch. I think you want the Celestial Hurricanum. I guess the Celestial Hurricanum doesn't have a choice on spell either. It has to take Twin Tail Comet, which is okay. It does like D3 mortals and then something with leadership, which is pointless for the steam tanks. But I kind of think if I do say so myself, I nailed Oops All Steam Tank. I don't think you want to drop either the Celestial Hurricanum or the Luminarch of Heish. If you did, you could take some Foot Wizards that have you could take a Foot Wizard that has Faw's Protection. You could take 2 Foot Wizards. You definitely want Faw's Protection. And you could, I don't know, you don't really need save help. What does the army need?
Bodies.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
It needs bodies. It has literally 14 bodies for objective control in the whole army. Yeah. I have 5 of these guys in my army. They count as 10 each.
Yeah.
So you need to have your whole army on the same objective as this guy to take it from me.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need speed. The only other thing I guess it might need, maybe it has 4 heroes. Because you definitely want the order movement. I don't know, Ty. I think
you nailed it.
I would need more experimentation, which I'm not going to do because I'm not painting that many more steam tanks. I am going to paint the Celestial Hurricanum. I think I will eventually get the Luminarch of Heish, which, by the way, I think is actually better than the Celestial Hurricanum. And I don't really think you need the +1. Oh, yeah. You could drop the Celestial Hurricanum, Ty. Here's why. You don't need its spell. Again, its spells aren't good. You're taking it for the +1 to hit. But when a Steam Tank commander issues all-out attack, it covers himself and another one anyway to give +1 to hit. But no, you still want it because you're gonna have him and you're gonna have one Steam Tank commander and another Steam Tank off by themselves, and everyone else is gonna just group around that Celestial Hurricanum so they're the +1 to hit. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, this is I'm down with this. I don't really know much about AOS, but I know that, look, you can't have tanks without infantry, otherwise they'll just get whacked. So what you need is a steam armored personnel carrier or a steam infantry fighting vehicle, which I don't think exist yet. So what you need to do is you need to email GW and tell them to make them. And then the armored company can come into existence.
Yeah, I will say that, I will say that, I don't know. I think if you want to take steel helms, they're so cheap. If you give it one steam tank, you get 20 steel helms. But now you're like doing steel helm stuff, so now you need stuff to buff them. Now you need like an alchemite warforger. You need like different things. You know how that works. Yeah. Like, cool, I want to... It's the same as 40K.
Completely ineffective without buffs.
Yeah, you start to pick something. You're like, well, I could add 10 of them in, but now I need this character. And quite frankly, I also need this character.
Yeah. And if I'm already bringing these characters, I might as well bring another squad.
Right, exactly. So, I don't know, Ty. I think I nailed it. If you've got the steam tanks, Ty, which I hope you do. I hope somebody does. I really want to see someone make this. Oh, the last thing I would say. Okay, one more thing about this. I'm very excited about this list. I'm never going to make it and play it, but I am kind of excited about it. I'm not sure Tempest's Eye is the best sub-faction. It's fall back and shoot. That sounds good in an all-shooting steam tank army, but a couple things. One, steam tanks are weirdly pretty good in combat.
Yeah. I remember you telling me this, and I was kind of surprised.
They're kind of good in combat. One, they've got 2-up save.
Yeah.
So
no one's killing them.
So they're hard to kill. They have 6 attacks that hit on 3 and wound on 3 at Ren 1 for 2 damage.
Yes, for reference, Chaos Knights who are guys on horses with swords hit on 4s.
yeah. The steam tank gets it, just starts rotating around. I guess you're going to hit something.
Yeah, I mean, it's a... Yeah.
And they also do Mortals on the Charge, which is, it's D3, but it's a thing.
Yeah.
You have 6 of them, so there's that. I don't know that Tempest Eye is the best. I actually kind of think there might be a chance that Hammerhall Aquash is the best one.
Okay.
Because it just lets you give another order. You only have 4 orders in this army, so this will give you a 5th order. And then I would say there's a few other good options too. I mean, Misthaven. I mean, the cities are many of them are pretty good. You don't want either of the magic too. You don't have enough magic to make that work. But, and you don't want Excelsior, which is the cavalry one. So I think you want either Hammerhall Aksha, or you want to get the extra Tempest Eye to fall back and shoot if you want. And Misthaven is interesting. Misthaven is going to let you just move your tanks a little bit more. Misthaven is just always useful. Basically, if you're outside of 12 at the end of the enemy movement phase, you can move D6 inches.
Oh, wow. That's really
strong. 3 units.
I mean, you only have how many steam takes.
If you're cavalry, you can move 2d6.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And you can go within 3 of an enemy. So cavalry can actually tag an enemy.
Oh, okay.
Tag into an enemy.
So yeah, extra movement's always good. Especially, if you're moving 3 and you only have 4 tanks anyway.
Yeah.
Tanks anyway.
But I don't know. The Misthaven one's a little funky. You know how redeploy works, and you roll d6, and you're like,
nah.
Yeah. So anyway, Ty, thank you. I'm so happy, Ty. You made my day that somebody was into my Oops All Steam Tank list. After the show on Monday, we turned the camera off, and Steven was dying laughing. He was like, "It's not the worst list." He's like, you could go 2 and 3 with this list.
Yeah, we might.
He was like, I think a good player could go 3 and 2 with this list. And I think that sounds about right. I was kind of trying to think about my armies and how my ogres would pick it up. I do too many mortals.
Yeah. And
my daughters are going up against a 2-up armor, but a unit of 20 has 60 attacks that hit and wound on 2s at Ren 1. So it's just weighted dice.
Yeah, exactly. It's just so much.
But a lot of armies will struggle to get through all those 2-ups.
Yeah, that's all. I mean,
Khorne doesn't do that many mortals.
No.
Khorne is going to be charging you and bouncing, and they have they have some decent Ren, but you're one all attack away from being a 1-up or all defense. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not a good. I mean, don't charge tanks.
Yeah, in general, don't charge tanks.
Don't charge tanks.
Oh crap! That's the last sub-faction, is Greywater Fastness lets you... Oh, Greywater Fastness lets you, when you do all attack in the shooting phase, get +1 in 3 spots. Okay, so that is... If you were Greywater Fastness... Sorry, Ty. Ty and I are having a moment here. Ty, I hope you're still tuned in, or everyone else is
Ty's I gotta...
yeah. If you take Greywater Fastness, when you do all attack, you get to put it in 3 places.
Okay.
So I'm not exactly sure how that interacts with the tank commander getting to do it twice. I don't know if it would be
Just
5
tell
or
everyone.
if it just bounces everywhere. But what I will say is, if you take gray water fastness and you get the extra auto attack, you could probably drop the Celestial Hurricanum,
Okay.
which is giving you the +1, and now you have 270 points.
That's another tank.
It's another tank, or it is another tank.
Yeah,
it's another tank commander. It is exactly another. They cost so many things in that book cost 270 on the
It's
dot.
like a weird.
The Free Guild Marshal on Griffin is 270.
I'll take the tank.
He's not a tank, but he will delete everything he touches.
Oh yeah,
He's very good. So, or you could take some steel. You could take 200 steel helms. You could take a lot with 270. Yeah,
that's
not 200, 20, 200 points is. Me with my multiple.
Yeah,
me with my zero.
Numbers are hard.
Oh man, my 50 Stonehorn list.
Oh my god.
Good.
Are you sure this is the right amount?
Wait,
yeah.
It's I wrote it down.
Quick thing, because we got to do fan stuff
We do have to
soon.
do fan stuff.
So
We checking in on this?
last thing I'm gonna do is you can see it's.
I'm gonna try the white balance. I mean not the white balance. The exposure one more time.
Okay. While he's doing that, you can see the sprinkles look much better now. It looks like gross choppy snow. What I'm doing now is I'm gonna add a little bit more texture. So around the edges where the snow is probably less trodden, around here, like areas like this, I'm adding. I mixed up some of that transparent water, the water gel, and some actual water, and I'm just gonna put this in some areas where I think the snow would probably be, like I said, less trodden on, and then I'm just gonna sprinkle some micro balloons on. So these would be areas that are like, people aren't walking over here, so the snow's a little bit fresher maybe still.
Should I prank Cire when he opens the micro balloons and just blow into it?
Just knock it out of my head.
You don't know if I have an airbrush over here.
Yeah, then you have to take me to the hospital though. All right.
Yeah, but I probably have to take both of us to the hospital.
Yeah. Let me show you this. Chat. All right, so you can. Maybe you can't see, but
oh no,
I mean, it looks like snow.
It looks like
It looks like fresh powder. That's what we're gonna do.
Don't use. Hey guys, by the way, this is a good opportunity. This is a good time to tell people, don't use baking soda. Sometimes people tell people to use baking soda. It's just gonna turn yellow.
Baking soda turns yellow, and the grains are too big.
The grain. I guess I would say that's probably true. But the first big problem, you'll notice that right away. But you might be able to stomach it. But you'll really notice a week later when everything's yellow.
Okay, I need a. Oh yeah, this feels like it's gonna hurt my lungs.
You want a mask?
No.
No,
I'm just gonna pretend that we should put a snot over there. So here's what you should do. If you're gonna put this stuff down, put it over your. Tap it over the container.
Pat C, thanks for giving the membership. I think you're trying to snipe someone.
Yeah.
Omniphage?
Oh, did you get him?
No.
Oh. Okay, almost done. All right, we're gonna let that sit for a second, and then we're gonna tap all the excess off because there's definitely excess.
The microballoons are nice. It's
Do you want to feel them?
I mean, like, there's nothing.
Yeah,
there's no resistance.
It feels like there's nothing there.
I felt like I could have just kept pushing to the bottom of the thing. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna let that sit for a couple seconds. Maybe we can do fan stuff, and then I'll. What happens if I put this in water? Oh, it just disappears.
It just dissolves. Okay, let's do some fan stuff.
Yep.
Here we go.
Ooh, I don't remember.
This is. No, I have it here. But I also thought I remembered. Bioshock? No. Is that Boomstick?
Boomstick.
Yeah. So this is they're like it's like a Nurgle Gene Stealer cult that they're doing.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow, that's sick. I mean, this kind of makes sense in my mind, right? You got Nurgle flies, those are bugs. You got Tyranids, which are also bugs.
Infecty things. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice work here.
Wait, okay, I have a question.
Yes.
So this is still a Tyranid's army, though?
I think it's a Gene Stealer call.
I'm sorry, Gene Stealer call. Okay, interesting. Are they
Yeah, this
working
is
for
actually-
Nurgle or are they working for
I don't know.
the Tyranids, though?
I mean, do they or
Who controls
Nurgle or Tyranids care? None of them really. Oh, no. Tyranids would care when they show up and they're...
Yeah.
Because demons, they can't eat demons. They just disappear.
There's
right?
nothing in them. Although these would be mortals, so they could still eat them, but Nurgle probably wouldn't be down with that. He might... What if he infects the whole...
Nurgle might be okay.
What if he infects the whole of Hive Fleet because they eat them?
Yeah, that could happen. That
It
hasn't happened yet.
Boomstick, let us know the lore.
Yeah. It's very cool. This is his patriarch. One of his patriarchs. I think.
Yeah, I love the... Is that the...
It looks like Parasite and Mortrex mixed with one of the flies.
Yeah.
Maybe?
The wings are definitely one of the flies. Very cool. That's not the cape guy, is it?
It's just a mess in a great way, right?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm terrified.
Yeah, pretty cool. Here's Broken Chef.
Hey! Love these guys.
Yeah, this is his Ivory Stormcast. So he always takes pictures before his basing water dries, but he's mentioned this to us before. But that green goo stuff on the leftmost Stormcast,
Is actually what I was using.
is what Cire was using. It will turn clear,
Yes.
translucent, kind of.
Yes.
It's also a little bit opaque.
It looks like murky, swampy
Yeah.
water.
Yeah. Okay, this is
Whoa.
this
What is that?
This is the Kingdom Death model.
Oh, of course.
This is Cody,
Oh, of course. Yes.
and he's been
dude,
painting.
look at that basing. Sorry.
Yeah, basing is interesting, right?
Yeah.
He's been painting Kingdom Death. I know this model is a controversial model among the Kingdom Death people. A lot of people think it looks kind of derpy. I love it. It's not the first derpy Kingdom Death model. The Sun Eater is derpy too. I mean, there's some derpy looking things.
I mean, they're derpy in a
scary way.
Scary and but caricatureful. That's a hard word to say.
Yeah.
Like an interesting way. They're not just like bad.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah, I love this thing. Nice work as well. He's a great painter overall. Okay, this is more Kingdom Death. I don't know. We got a few Kingdom Death people show up here. This is Haley's Red Comet, which is a fan who we've not shared.
Hey, welcome Haley's Red Comet.
And here's some Kingdom Death from them. I actually don't remember what this is called. I don't know my Kingdom Death well enough. But
so good.
It's like one of the cults.
Look at the robes on the guy on the right. Oh man, that's so good.
It is very good.
We hope to see more of your stuff. Who'd you say, Haley's Red Comet?
Haley's Red Comet.
Well, we hope to see more. Oh man, this is so good.
That's cool, right?
Look at and the jester over there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay, this is Teeny Tiny Victories.
Oh, hey.
And she is doing some basing, and I have to say I'm impressed. I have seen a few people pull off the the resin clear basing thing here.
Yeah.
I myself took one haphazard stab at it, and it did not work. The stuff leaked out the bottom. So I actually want to talk to her and talk to some people about how they have gotten it to work. If I ever go back and paint an Alpha Legion army, which I would like to do one day,
Well, you're gonna have to.
I really want them in water like this. Just like this, like in a river. Looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks great.
The water, the grass.
I was gonna say like the kelp or something. So good. Like you can
Yeah.
tell like the flow of the water.
Yeah.
So good.
It's really good. This is amazing. I'm very excited. Actually, yeah, probably might send her a message and see how she kept it from leaking out. Because I that's the hard part, right? Because you get to build this. You get to build this thing, and you get to do your cool stuff. Oh, cool! I built it, and then you pour the stuff in it.
Yeah.
And if it all leaks out, it's a problem because not only I think you can probably go back and try it again the next day, but it does create a little bit of a mess. It creates a goopy, disgusting mess, and it's probably, if it's hardened, it's probably sealed your base to the paper. Hopefully you didn't do it directly on your table, or you've probably ruined your table. Inhale with some microballoons.
Yeah,
there.
sorry, I got some microballoons in my throat.
This is Nick. Nick at
Night.
Night. Yeah, he's working on Slaves to D as well. He's got this light colored armor, Slaves to D, with the green on the axe. We know this guy from SoCal.
Yeah,
He's a
you were
great
telling
guy.
me about him.
Yeah, and loving the Slaves to D. Excited. You've been working on a lot of Chaos Warriors, Nick. I'm wondering. I don't mean this as a dig, but I'm wondering when you're moving on to the next part of this army. Listen, I painted 30 Chaos Warriors this year as well. They're cool. You kind of want a lot of them. They're fun. You're doing all cavalry, so you don't need them. But
nope.
If you're,
but I have some.
if you're not doing all cavalry, then you need Chaos Warriors. Last but not least is Soups. Soups. Actually,
Soups.
I forget where this is from, but it looks amazing.
Oh, is that the Louis Sugden?
Oh, it is. That's right. That's what it is. Yes.
Super cool.
Yeah. He did a great job painting it. In our Discord, there's shots from all different angles, including his butt. He did a great job. This guy doesn't use an airbrush, so great brush, real good brush control, real good smooth applications here.
Good color choice.
Looks like a fun model.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, loving it.
Scary eyes. I think we were talking about he was basing them off of bat eyes, and I think he nailed it. If you look at like a bat,
I don't know
like a fruit bat.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of animals have scary eyes, like goat's eyes.
Yeah, they're pretty scary.
They're like bars. They're like the uppercase letter I. Okay, should we look at some things?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm trying to get the micro balloons out.
Yeah, I'm just trying to push them down further in your body, really.
Yeah, we gotta, if they're gonna be in there, we gotta make sure they're like really.
Ted says Meg Cam confirmed as best cam. Ted,
yes.
10 out of 10. Thanks, Ted. Yeah, we
Okay, I'm gonna start to move this out of the way.
Okay, you ready? Should we? Are we gonna move? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna move it, put it over here so that I can actually adjust it.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go, people. Hold on. All right, I gotta move. So we have a little joystick for this. Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool.
Hey, also all of the batteries lasted. We didn't have to change any batteries.
Hold on, chat. Hold on. We're almost there. Okay. All right. Why don't you do that? I'll actually do a little zoom, and that'll be kind of cool.
Oh yeah, that's great.
All right, there we go, chat. I'm gonna do that so you can see. That's what it looks like from above. And you're getting
from below. We look at it.
Yeah, if you want to see the bottom of the base.
That's fantastic. 2019.
That's
That's a new base.
That's
Whoa,
new.
That's a young base. I've got one here from. Let's see. This is 2006 over here.
Oh my gosh, you're a old guy.
That's older than you, almost, right?
Yeah, almost. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Let me. Sorry, you said this is the. You're a little. Come on, focus. I believe in you.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't have.
There we go. I believe in you, camera. I hear Bartok meowing. He's very upset with this.
Was that Bartok? I think that was a Joplin meow.
Oh, there we go.
Or was that a kid outside?
No, that's a cat. All right, there you go. You can see. I'm gonna go that way. Yeah, a little bit of the back. You can see a little bit of that gross brown melting stuff.
Melty, yucky, muddy snow from Cire.
Yes.
We'll pass the sprinkle.
Yep.
Also on a Chaos Night.
Here we go.
And we'll pass the fresh snow with nobody on it.
Here's just a dusting of snow.
There's the dusting.
There we go.
Look.
Yeah, let's zoom out a little bit. There we go. Looking very dusty.
A little dusting.
Dusting.
If you really wanted to, if I do sort of wish I had done like a tanner color rather than the dark brown.
I like it.
Yeah, it's okay to emulate though, like the field look.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then here's nothing. Oh look, nothing.
Here's nothing. But coming up,
eventually something.
Big snow bank.
I can't believe that's the same base size as. I can't believe that base size is for a Man Crusher. That's actually what, like I said, I'll eventually use this for.
Well, let's see if we can get some of that sprinkle effect showing on camera.
Nope.
Yeah, you can kind of see.
Oh yeah, a little bit. So again, this is really to kind of make like just chunks of maybe not even freshly fallen, but like starting to melt. And this is where right along that edge there you would put the snow sprinkles if you wanted to.
Yeah. Here, we're going to get all three
The other thing, by the way, I didn't mention this already. The other thing you can do right there in the snow sprinkles right is after you like whatever varnishing I'm going to do on the base.
Yeah.
Hopefully matte on snow.
Oh, I like a nice varnish, you know.
Yeah, you can actually go right around the edge of the base on the left, and you can do a little gloss varnish to make it look like water. Like it's like if you're imagining a day where it snowed, and then it's like a week later, it snowed a lot, and then a week later, and now like the water is melting.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so it looks like just water.
Ice, like ice. Yeah, icy water and stuff.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
We did it.
We did it. We got different kinds of snow, all up in here.
Yeah, we did it. So stop asking for snow bases.
Yeah.
At least for a year. No more.
I will probably be doing snow bases on Journeys at some point.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's
Ask then.
Ask then.
You're gonna have to wait at least 2 weeks.
Hey, so we did it. We got a lot of fun things coming up. Let me talk about a couple things real quick. Peeps who are still here, we appreciate it. So 1, tomorrow, Pink Foam video coming out.
Yes.
2, Friday, Journeys with me. I'll be cutting Pink Foam.
Yes.
And showing you my Soulblight Grave Lord Mausoleum. I'm going to have a little mock-up and show you all the things I'm going to be making because I got to plot this board out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of trying to make a board that can do the following things. Ready?
Ready.
Okay. And I've learned this through all my time making boards in 40K for a club and for a streaming channel. And now I'm doing it also for competitive. So I'm making a board that can do 2 things.
Okay.
It can be used in 2 ways, broadly speaking. 1, I'll go over this on Journeys as well on Friday. 1, it can be a really dense, cool narrative or just fun, casual game board, almost like a city fight.
Yeah.
2, it can be broken down into 2 compliant competitive boards.
Okay.
So it has enough terrain to make 2 competitive boards or 1 really cool city.
Like a nice...
Like a narrative,
cool,
kind of fun game. Maybe narrative, but just a big fun game.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So that's the plan.
Cool.
I'm excited. Pink Foam is the thing that makes that possible because otherwise you kind of run out of...
I have a third thing you should do for this thing. Yeah, because you don't have enough work already.
Yeah.
You should also make it so that it'll be a nice backdrop for when we take... If we ever want to take some nice pictures.
Well, of course it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did that at Titans all the time, right? We would just use my terrain or whoever's
sick
doing.
terrain.
Yeah. So very excited. And then Sunday is Skin Day.
Just a reminder.
Just a reminder.
Yeah. I will not be in the towel.
Nothing.
I'll be in nothing.
Oh, that's not true.
That's not true. I'll be in my socks.
Okay. Okay, we did it. You got anything else?
No, that's it. That was fun. I'm glad. I think I figured it out. I think I know how to do my base.
Yeah, I like that. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to say, I don't like Money Snow.
No?
But I like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, so a lot of people will make us big slurry mess.
Yeah.
I was telling you this before. I was like, I like my elements isolated.
Yes.
Like, I like it to be like, there's the snow, there's the tufts, there's the dry ground. Yours is still like isolated enough. Like I can see the splots of snow, I can see the tufts, I can see what's a little meltier.
There's mostly a path that people have been riding on.
There's mostly a path.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, as we like to say, be kind to each other, be kind to yourselves, and always be creating. See you guys.
Bye.